liking the way that you move. It's the thing that you do. You put your right foot in, you take your right foot out. You put your left hand up and keep the right one down. You put your 2 cents in, but nothing ever comes out. Man, this is the shit that I'm talking about.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing another video. Today's going to be my top 10 Netflix suggestions, and like I said, my top 10 Netflix suggestions. I've watched all of these and I just like them. Like, some of them I've watched more than one time, so yeah, let's get started. So the first one right now, I would say All American. Right now I'm actually currently watching All American. I'm on like the 10th episode of the first season. When it first came out, I didn't really, care for it. People were talking about it, but I was like, okay, like whatever. But the second season came out and people are talking about it again, so I was like, I'll watch it. Then there's Grey's Anatomy. So Grey's Anatomy, I freaking love. Like, I think there's like 15 seasons, and honestly it's taking me forever to finish. Like, I'm on the last season that's on Netflix and I refuse to watch it because I don't want it to end. Like, I don't want to not be watching it. So Grey's Anatomy is basically about a whole bunch of doctors saving people. That's their job, but they also have like their own kind of drama stirred up into it. It gets real juicy and deep. I was about to say something to ruin it, but so yeah, Grey's Anatomy is like 10 out of 10, highly recommended. And like I said, it's 15 seasons, so if you want to binge watch something, go watch that, because that is it. That's the one to watch. Now, the Vampire Diaries. Oh my gosh, the Vampire Diaries, love. I watched the Vampire Diaries twice. I don't even, let me see how many seasons it has. It has 8 seasons. 8 seasons. 8, and I watched it twice. So I watched it one time, the first time I ever watched it, and then I went back a few months later and I rewatched it because I was like, this is a good show. So basically, like, the Vampire Diaries, it's like about teenagers dealing with teenage things, but there's also like vampires and wolves and all that, witches and all that stuff involved in it. So it's like teenager stuff plus supernatural stuff put together, so you already know how it goes. But also there's like spin-off of it. There's 2 spin-offs. It's the Vampire Diaries, then it's the originals, and then it's Legacies. All fire. If you like the Vampire Diaries, you're gonna like the originals and you're gonna like Legacies, because it's the same people from the Vampire Diaries in the spin-off of these other and the other spin-offs. So like, and those were just like little side shows. They weren't really a part of my top 10, but like, if you want to go watch them because fire, they're all good. So then another show that is like highly recommended if you want to binge watch on Netflix is Shameless. It's about these 6 kids and a drunk father. The oldest daughter, her name is Fiona, and she takes care of all the kids and pretty much the father too, because he's drunk. He pretty much does his own thing, but like, he's a mess and tries to like sabotage their entire life, but like, whatever. In Shameless, there are 10 seasons. I have not watched the last season because, like I said, I'm the type to not like finish something, like finish a season, because I know it's like the last season and I don't want to finish it, but like, yeah, I don't know. Then there's On My Block. I only watched 2 out of the 3 seasons. The last season just actually recently came out, but it's about same thing, about a bunch of teenagers. There's some gang affiliated things going on in there. Yeah, it's a good show if you want to binge watch. I know when it first came out, a lot of people were hype about it. They were mad at a couple characters. It was on Twitter going in. That's all I'm saying. It was on Twitter going in. Is Orange is the New Black. Everybody knows what Orange is the New Black is. If you don't know what Orange is the New Black is, you're living under a rock. Like, come on. But it's basically about this woman who went to jail, and she's just, I think it's based on a true story, but is it? Yeah, okay, it is based on a true story. Anyway, So yeah, it's pretty intense. I feel like it captures what prison actually might be like. Um, it's very, very inappropriate. So, I mean, if anybody's under, certain age, I don't recommend it. But if you're of age, I would recommend it because it's very interesting and it's like funny and but serious, very inappropriate, but like it's still a good show. So then there is Riverdale. So Riverdale is pretty much about, a bunch of high school students, doing high school things. One of the main characters, his name is Archie, and he's like really into music, about school and stuff like that. But, there's situations in the show. The first episode is crazy because I don't know if it's really a spoiler, but so like basically like these teenagers have to deal with a death that happened, and it kind of affects their lives at school and gangs and stuff like that are going on, like their town gang and stuff like that. It's a really good show. I would rewatch that show like multiple times. I've actually watched it over 3 times. There's 3 seasons in it so far. So there is this show called You. This show is only 1 season. Oh no, I'm lying. It's 2 seasons, and this show is crazy. Okay, this show is crazy. Basically, this guy is doing some crazy things for love. He's crazy. But he's crazy. Like he was an average regular, bookstore manager or whatever. He finds this girl, he's in love with her, all this, that, and the third, but then starts doing some crazy stuff. Like, bro, what's good with you? I would never.
Like, it's not that serious, bro. It's not that serious. I mean, like, no, it's not that serious. Sorry, it's not. I promise you, it's not.
And then another really good show to binge watch is Criminal Minds. I binge watched, like, that was probably one of the first shows that I really, really, really got into, that I really binge watched for such a long time, because there's 14 seasons. So if you really, really, truly don't want to get off the couch, off the bed, whatever, watch Criminal Minds. Like, it's a good show. It's a good show. That's all I gotta say. It's a good show because, it's FBI agents, figuring out a whole bunch of different cases. They have their own little like storylines kind of thing. So it's like the main thing is over here, but then they have little storylines over here, and it's just good. Like, it's kind of like if y'all watch Law and Order. Like, they have the main point, which is solving crimes and stuff, but they have their own little storylines of each individual character, and that's exactly how this is. But it's just really good. Then the last one, this is probably up there with the Vampire Diaries on how much I love the show. Supernatural. Supernatural also has 14 seasons, and I've watched that twice. Actually, 2.5 times. Yeah, I watched Supernatural 2.5 times. Like I said, it has 14 seasons, but like I still watch it. Like, it's fire. It's about these 2 brothers who are hunting, the supernatural. They followed after their dad, but their dad passed away, so they're still like following in his footsteps. It gets pretty crazy. It gets pretty intense because they're dealing with a bunch of deaths. They're dealing with these monsters, these supernatural monsters that they encounter on a daily, and it just shows how it's affecting them, how it's affecting their friends, how it's affecting their lives, and they can't do anything about it. Like, But that's also 10 out of 10, highly recommended. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Then come back to me and let me know how you felt about it, because, yeah. So, those are my top 10 recommendations. I might make a part 2 because I stay on Netflix. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any other ideas, comment below, because I need more ideas. I need help. I don't know what to post. Like, I need help. I seriously need help on what to post. So please comment below some ideas. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. It'll all be in the description box below. Yeah, bye.